guys, welcome back to Let's Play King's Quest. So in the last episode, Graham has, he's been fetching these weird keys to open a gate in order to essentially fight Manny, I guess. And we're trying to get him, which I assume he probably went back to the stupid well. But anyway, we got all the keys from the most bizarre, surrealistic puzzles. I'm not even sure why in the world he had this gate. I mean, I assume it's probably...
I remembered where all the keys were, and the lock was open, which proved my mind was still quick. I pocketed the chromium. It was too rare to leave sitting on the ground.
Yeah, I think it was to prevent the wolves or something. Even though they already have, a lock for the door so that the wolves won't barge in. But anyway. So yeah, I guess I know where we're heading. Ah, spooky. But anyway, yeah, so we're gonna go confront Manny. And I believe this might be the last episode. Ah, look! We cannot even proceed further. So, only one way to go is towards the well where it all began. Well, sort of. By it all began, I mean with chapter 1, obviously. Okay, so gotta lower this down. And then we can go. Careful. My gosh, you're really fit for an old man. And by the way, wasn't the skeleton here before as well in chapter 1? I swear it was. The gold is still here, so it's still a wishing well. Although I think it hasn't decreased.
I'm gonna feel that for the next 10 years.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't think it has increased since then. I think it's about the same amount as before. But anyway, so... Let's find...
I don't remember adventures being so hard on the knees.
I mean, you're an old man. You're frail.
Day. I need to strengthen these ankles, Day.
I mean, you're an old man. Obviously, it's gonna be harder now that you're frail and your bones are weaker. And your muscles, too. Ah! You're still here. Of course. Knowing myself. I haven't learned my lesson at all.
I can't go out like that.
No puns? Aww. Come on, man. No puns, really? Oh, I like this twirling one, though. Whee! Okay. Let's open the correct one.
Well, I didn't feel that one. I'm not sure that's a good thing.
You didn't feel that one. I'm not really sure what you mean by that, but okay. Ah.
Keep your eyes peeled, Gordon. He should be here any second.
You know how I feel about that name.
Fine, Mordak. Open your eyes. Look alive. Don't screw this up.
Screw this up? Might I remind you, it's my magic keeping you alive.
Yes, and when your magic concocts a working batch of Cosmolotion, I'll praise you. But my patience has grown thin, and I will not tolerate any more mistakes.
Brother, I warned you to stay away from those potions. You wouldn't hear it. I've wasted 30 years of my life trying to duplicate Hagatha's formula. And I'm afraid at this point, I'm ready to move forward or move on.
Is your mind slipping in your golden years? Have you forgotten everything I've sacrificed for you? I took you in from the cold. I saved you from a life of goblin slavery. And you have the gall to complain about 30 measly years?
Well, Sometimes it still feels like I'm a slave to a goblin.
Hold your tongue, Morden, or I will.
So he was scratched up by, I assume, the kitty version of Manny. I mean, last time we saw him, he was a meow cat. But, interesting, interesting. Well, let's talk to them, I guess. What's with the signs, by the way?
Mordak, didn't I extinguish your flame years ago?
I was hiding under the floorboards.
I knew it.
How's the family?
Getting along surprisingly well since you shrunk them.
So glad to hear that.
Uh-huh. You mind moving out of the way? I have some business to attend to with your boss.
Mananin has strictly forbidden me to let you pass, unless you can convince me that your mind is still strong and quick.
And how might I go about that?
Follow those clearly labeled signposts.
Of course.
Bring me back proof that you have completed each trial, and then I will escort you to Mananin.
I know you won't answer honestly, but I'll ask anyway. Is all this some form of an elaborate trap designed to crush my bones, yank my arms out, or contort my body into a twisted sculpture of death?
No.
Sounds like some good clean fun.
You sound way too excited. Your family's on the line. You're a little too happy about this. But what do you mean each trial?
You have your proof yet?
I guess I'll find out later. Crystals that way. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I figured it out. I figured it out. I guess one way to go across the bridge. Anything here? Not that I can see. Okay.
I can't figure out if something just broke or snapped back into place.
Careful. Just move very carefully. Let's just hope something snapped back into place. Okay. Okay, down it is. Well, there's the crystals. Nothing to do here except the crystals. Fine.
Grandpa, are you all right?
I just haven't thought about these stories in a long time.
Your ears are all red.
Just give me a moment. This part gets a little wacky. I think I should rest a bit first. You mind getting Grandma in here?
I'll be back after your nap.
Get your rest, dear. I'll be back after dinner.
I'll be fine. Take your time.
Just ring the bell if you need me.
Good night, my love.
Careful where you're going. You should be resting.
Remember your promise? Always seek adventure. Aha!
Oh no! Oh no, you probably break your bag. Oh no, he totally broken, I think. Oh no.
Oh, I wondered where you went off to. No, it's not time yet. I was promised another. I'll fight it, I assure you. But... oh, I'm afraid you're right. You've always been a straight shooter. It's true. The mirror never promised I would live another adventure. Only that my adventure would live on. Just let me say goodbye.
Afanata.
Do you smell that germite, Graham? It's a toxic fume, I'm afraid. One that is said to challenge the strength of the mind.
Ah, we're back to the retro. Your memory's fading. To prove that your mind is still strong, you must survive your own thoughts. Well, this is kind of like, in memory of the old classic King's Quest games. This is like, I think this is how the very first one looked like. Which is so, funky. The colors, they're very bright, but I think it was worse back in the day. So, look in the mirror. You see a man who has a lot of unresolved business to attend to. Anything else? No, the same. Score 1 out of 8. Sound on. Talk to the love of my life. Queen Valenice pleads with you to stay. Dear, you're pushing yourself too hard. Please don't engage with Manana. Stay here and be with our family. I could never leave the kingdom in this wretched state for our children. Not sure who's saying it, Graham or her. I assume it's probably... maybe Graham? Talk to my precious Alexander. Rosella and I can work out to restore the kingdom. Please let us help. You don't need to face Manannan alone. I am afraid I have to, son. That was my impersonation of old Graham. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Need a napkin. Okay, I'm good to go. Talk to my sweet Rosella. Dad, you've given us everything we need. All we need now is you. There are still plenty of treasures I wish to leave for you. Or something like that. I guess that's it for that room. Oh, there's a necklace, I think, or a tiara. Oh, it's a locket. Yeah, it's a necklace. You find a golden locket on the ground and put it in your pocket. You're not sure what this treasure is for, but you are sure you will need it later. Some weird golden locket. Okay, let's move on, I guess. A bunch of statues and a Chaka over here. Look at a Chaka statue. Behind Achaka's bust, you see a random string of pearls. Get pearls. You pick up the valuable but useless pearls and store them in your seemingly endless pocket. Okay, got another score. I'm not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Hey! That's our sea monster, I guess. That's guarding the castle. These small bushes in the background hold vast amounts of valuable, yet useless treasure. You store it all in your magically never-filled pockets. I think I may have missed something. My score is 7 out of 8, so... I guess I'll go. Whatever, I'll go. Oh. Oh. We at Sierra wish to thank you for playing King's Quest. We're very sorry that you did not succeed and hope you will fare better next time. Good luck. Wait, what do you mean? This is the other style of King's Quest games, I guess. I'm not sure if this is how it looked like with maybe like the ones that came in the 2000s or not, but huh. Interesting style. That's more reminiscent of like a bunch of other games. The dancing skeletons, of course. Oh, hey, isn't that Whisper and Acorn? Yeah, that's them, I think. This looks like the realm of the dead or something. I mean, seriously. I guess nothing to be had here except playing with the bones of the dead. Oh. Oh, hey there. I'm gonna talk to you later. Let me examine everything in here. I guess there's nothing for me to see. Never mind. Let's chat.
King Graham? Is that you?
Of course it is. I'd recognize that musk anywhere. It's the smell of legend. And sour cherries. With a hint of mustard. But mostly legend.
Wenty? Bramble! Wait, if you're here, does that mean that I am...
Calm down, Sugar Muffin. It's hardly your time yet. We're just here to help you navigate your heart.
Oh? And what's my heart telling you? That I need one last piece of advice? Perhaps on outsmarting many? Or how I can make sure the legacy of King Graham become passionate will not be left behind?
Looks like you've got the recipe for legacies mixed up.
Oh, legacies are not about what you leave behind for people. They're about what you leave inside of people.
Oh, your kingdom is best left for the young, Graham.
That's it? You don't have any puns or an item to give me that will eventually solve all my troubles?
We've given all we have to give. You're going to have to figure out the rest of it alone.
I guess we passed it.
Wake up, Graham. Your mind is strong.
Thanks, Manny, for poisoning this place, essentially. Okay, so we withstood the trials, and that was a really nice touch for having a reference to the past games, I guess, through the visual graphics and the audio as well. So this is our Germite crystal. Proof my mind was still strong. Oh, well, apparently chromium is the other proof. Proof my mind was still quick. Strong mind and quick mind. Okay, gotcha. That's what both of them mean, I guess. And I was confused when Mordak was talking about trials in plural. But I guess it meant that. Okay. Well, now back to Mordek and let's give him all of those lovely items. Hey Manny, Mordek, I survived your goddamn freaking death trap of the mind. There.
Great. Set that over there, and let me know when you've completed the trial of strength.
Okay. And now the last piece is this.
Excellent. Right this way, please.
Do you want to say anything? No? Ah, well, whatever.
Well, where is he?
Meow. Charmed, I'm sure.
Are you kidding me? You wish to challenge me like this?
Careful what you say, King. My species has no bearing on my abilities.
I have no problems with cats, Manny, or goblins, or sphinxes. My issues are all with you.
No matter. The duel hasn't even begun, yet I've already won. Are you aware that you've hand-delivered everything I need to complete another batch of Cosmolotion?
Shocker.
Allow me to explain that you, King Graham the Imbecile, have once again...
Yeah. Wax poetic for 2 more hours, won't you? Pardon my vacant expression, though. I can barely hear out of my left ear anymore.
Fine, have it your way. I'll speak with brevity, long sentences, drawn-out syllables to emphasize a point, raising my voice, more sesquipedalian words, overuse of the term moron, and I'll need a hair from your beard for my final ingredient.
See you at sundown?
Meet me at the floating island.
Good chat.
Why'd you willingly give him a piece of your beard? Oh, what? You just put the entire lot... Okay, whatever. Some weird potion they're making. You just dumped that huge lock in there. And you're licking all that? Ugh. Well, there's another old man over here.
Dad, we brought you some treats. Dad?
Oh. Well.
Grandpa!
No.
Dad, say something.
Story.
Gwendolyn, go get the nursemaids.
No.
What do you want me to do? What can I get you? You want Mom? Mom!
Story.
Sorry?
No, story.
The story. Help me finish it.
Let's get him back in bed. Grab his feet.
Graham!
I couldn't reach the bell.
I should have known you would try to escape.
I thought I needed one more adventure. One last trophy to hang on these shelves. But the only treasures I need are standing right beside me.
It's okay, love. You can stop fighting. It's time.
Not before my story is done. You have to finish it.
Me? I don't know how it ends.
I'll help you.
I can't. I'm not ready. Gart should tell it.
Grandfather is passing his hat to you. I think you should take it.
Go ahead, Cuddlebug.
King Grandpa, the greatest adventurer to ever live, would do anything in his power to protect his family. As the sun set atop the floating island, Mordak places the final goblet down for a toxic duel of wits.
That's a great start.
Welcome, friend. I'm glad you could make it.
Manannan restored himself back into human form using the ingredients Grandpa had unknowingly brought to him. But he was weak. The Germite crystal was the only thing keeping him alive.
Mordak has carefully designed a series of trials to test our wits. Don't worry, he hasn't given me any answers. Some of the goblets have been topped with hypnotic powder. We will complete each station individually. If you drink from any of the tainted cups, you will lose and be under my spell, and vice versa.
The goblets have been set up in stations, each with their own rules.
I'll spare you the long speech and just let you read the rules. Ready to prove a goblin is smarter than a man?
Okay. Oh boy, things are getting very intense because Graham is dying in real time. Let's see, what is this about?
Stay away from that. It's not needed yet. Oh, don't mind that. Just a simple trinket.
I don't think it's a simple trinket. Yeah. Yeah, goblets also. Whatever. Hey, what's up?
I wish you would hurry this along. I am putting in my resignation from the Brotherhood after you two are done playing this ridiculous game.
Yeah, I can tell. It's unusual boss challenge, I guess. Boss fight.
I have my own dreams to pursue. My novella is not going to write itself. I don't see the point of all this.
Me either, but whatever.
I'm afraid I can't help. I wish you would hurry this along.
Yeah, okay. Now he's speaking in circles. Hey Manny, you've got anything to say? Old chap.
You know what the scariest part about growing old is? Losing your mind. Hurry up, Graham. We are not getting any younger.
Yeah, I mean, you were old to begin with. I mean, you were pretty old back when you kidnapped Grahams as kids, so...
Can you believe that after all these years, we're right back to where we started? Where are all your friends now? Who will divinely intervene to prevent your failure? I told you, goblins are smarter than they look. Have you even decided who's going to inherit your kingdom? Why not pass it along to your oldest friend? Are you sure your mind is sharp enough for this competition?
We'll see, because I'm not sure how I'll do with the puzzles.
You know what the scariest part about
Okay, now you're going in circles. I guess we might as well start.
There was one clue for each set of goblets. Someone must have thought themselves pretty clever.
You're doing great, sweetheart.
What's this? It's just a diamond? 3 brothers wave, 2 of them knights, the other a knave. Knaves lie without fear, knights are truthful. Lend them your ear, only 1 cup is neutral. Oh boy. No, not that kind of puzzle. Okay, so one of them is a liar, the other are truthful.
Only 1 goblet was safe to drink from.
I got it. Let's check what this one says. A. Cup 1 is safe. Beware royal guard B always lies. Okay, so A. Okay, so we have cups 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is safe. B, a liar. Let's see if you're actually a liar. What does the B says? Cup 1 and 4 are tainted. So B says 1 and 4 are tainted. And C says cup 2 is tainted and Royal Guard A always lies. 2 is tainted, A is lying. Ooh, so this might be interesting actually. You know why? So we have 2 people who say they're lying, but there's also contradiction. You know why? The A one says 1 is safe and B is a liar, but C says that A is a liar. However, if 1 is safe, that means B is here's the thing, if C is correct, that actually hold on. If C is correct, that A is a liar and 2 is tainted, that means that whatever A says is incorrect. But then what if the opposite is true? Like, let's say that C is a liar. That means A and B contradict each other, which obviously means that C is not the one that's lying. And by that I mean, with A, it says B is a liar and 1 is safe, but if C is a liar, that means that cannot be because there's only 1 liar. So C is safe, I think, in that regard. So if C says it's true, that means A must be tainted, which means 1 is the tainted cup and B says the truth. B says 1 and 4 are tainted. 2 says... What did you say again? 2 is tainted. That means the answer should be 3, I think. Yeah.
Finish this one too. Simple, really.
Yeah. Ooh, thank God it was simple. Oh no. No. Not that. What's with the pictures, by the way? A red diamond? Maybe it's the number of trials? What are you? Which 4 goblets are safe to drink? Okay, we're looking for 4 now. Oh boy. This puzzle will reveal the link. Trolls carry napkins to wipe fruit juice from their chest. Carry napkins? What the hell are you talking about? Trolls carry napkins to wipe fruit juice from their chest. Dragons never eat grapes, the flavor they detest. Snoots and trolls peel their food before they ingest. Each creature eats a different type of fruit. Which treat pairs with a troll, dragon, badger, and snoot? Okay, I think I know what this is. It's a grid puzzle. Let's see. Trolls wipe off fruit juice. They carry napkins. From their chests. Which one is this? One sec. We had troll, dragon, badger, and snoot. I see a troll, I see a badger, a dragon. That's a snoot at the top? Okay. A troll carries napkins to wipe from their chest. I assume it means these, maybe? Not sure what the point of that is, because all of them are fruits. Grape, apple, banana, oranges, they're fruits. Dragon never eats grapes. The flavor they detest. Okay, you know what? I might have to draw this out on my end. So what do we know? We have 4x4, essentially. So, snoot, dragon, badger, and a troll. One of them is an apple, banana, orange, and then we have the grapes. Okay, so dragon, it said it had hated grapes, right? Yeah, dragon never eats grapes, so we can cross that one out. Snoots and trolls peel their food before they ingest. Bananas or oranges? Snoots and trolls peel their food. Okay. So, I think I know what the troll one is. So they need napkins to wipe the juice, and the only juicy thing is oranges. So the trolls must be oranges. That means no one else could be an orange. So a snoot is banana, which also means no one can eat bananas from snoots. Then we have the dragon. That means the dragon can eat the apples, because obviously they hate grapes. So that leaves the badger is the one who eats grapes. Each creature eats a different type of fruit. Okay, I think I got this one. I hope. You're a snoot, I hope. So it should be this one, this one, this one, and this one?
Neither of us are hypnotized, so let's continue on.
Thank God that was not the hardest one. Oh. I said too soon. Shit. Well then. Also, do you have anything new to say, Manny? Or is that all boring stuff?
Hurry up, Graham.
Yeah, no, it's the same old stuff. Fine, whatever. A green heart. What's this about? Guards stand in formation in 4 rows that will align. Pay attention to their location. No guard should repeat on the same line. Find the 3s in their stations and your cups will taste just fine. Oh my gosh. Find the 3s in their stations. What do you mean? Do you mean like each line will have 3? Oh. What are you talking about? One sec. They stand in formation. I figured that out. What does that mean? In 4 rows, they will align. I mean, I can already see it's 4 rows. Pay attention to their location. No guard should repeat on the same line. Wait. Oh, I have to put something in there. Huh. I don't think I understand. Find the 3s in their stations. Oh, okay, so that's what we need. We need to figure out which one of those are 3s. But how the hell do you figure that out? In 4 rows that will align. Is that some kind of a number puzzle where you have to add each row and they should equate the same number? I mean, they will regardless equate the same number. There's only 4 of them. Are you talking about not making sure they don't repeat per column? Is that what you're talking about? Maybe that's what it's talking about. They have to have different vertical and horizontal positions, I guess. These two are taken. So... that one could be 2, and that one could be 2. But that doesn't make sense. Maybe, I don't know. So now we're looking for 1s. This one could be a 1, potentially. This one a 1? Oops, sorry. That means this one is a 3. That one is a 3. That one is a 4. That one is a 3. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly at all. That one should be 4. Three, 2, 1, 4, 1, 4. I mean, they seem alright, but did I understand the puzzle correctly? Let me see what will happen if you do a different swap of stuff. Ah, I see. I cannot put 2 because they will be aligned over here. So I cannot put number 2 over here, obviously. So this one will have to be 3. Cannot put 4 here because these guys will align. Maybe this is the correct sequence. Let's see. A 3 here, a 3 here. I assume that this is just gonna end up with a game over. And find the 3s. These?
Not really much of a challenge for minds like ours.
Okay, I passed it. Oh, no! That will be a challenge, maybe. I see the number of cups. Let's see. Oh, gosh, it's a number puzzle of sorts. What do? You put a square somewhere, got it. Each digit reveals a set of adjacent black squares in the corresponding row or column. Oh boy. Multiple digits in a row or column reveal multiple sets of consecutive black squares separated by at least 1 square. 15 of these cups are safe to drink. Oh boy. 15 of them are safe to drink. Do they match row-wise? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. Yeah, this should match. It's 5 by 5. I did not understand though what I just read. Multiple digits in a row or column reveal multiple set of consecutive black squares separated by at least 1 square. What do the numbers mean then? Does that mean this is supposed to be this? No, that's not it, I think. Does that mean you're all 5? Maybe? Should be something like that. The number should mean something. Because I can see this one being separated like 2 and then 1 like that. I don't know. That's at least the way I think. Black squares separated by at least 1 square. Oh, so it should be like that instead? But why does it say 2, 1? That's what's confusing me. Each digit reveals a set of adjacent black squares in the corresponding row or column. Each digit reveals a set of adjacent black squares. Wait, adjacent. Does that mean this one will have only 1 adjacent? And does it include diagonal adjacents? Or not? You know what? I think I'll have to think about this, so I'm gonna have to pause the video to let my brain process the information. Alright, I think I understood what the puzzle means. So I kind of looked this over again, and it says multiple digits in a row will be separated by at least one square. And I think it means exactly what, for example, over here you see 1, 1, 1, 1 means that you're gonna have 3 black squares in total, but it's a set. Like over here, for example, this is a set. You have a set of 2 and a set of 1, and it's the sets that are separated by at least one square. So technically, for the top one, this and this should be the definitive, for sure, cups that we can drink. Then over here we have 1, 1, and over here it's 1, 1, and then 3. So it means it should be like something like that. However, we also have to keep in mind the column number. Over here it says there should be only a set of 2, and we already got a set of 2, which means this entire column is going to be empty. Same thing for this one, it's going to be empty. So for number 3 over here, the obvious answer is going to be like that. We got this one out of the way, and both this column and this column over here, they require a set of 4, and that's easier. That's our answer. Those are all our 15 cups. We can count them technically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All 15 cups are here. So I would do... My gosh, they're gonna drink lots of wine. Is that wine, I think? If it is, they're gonna be really drunk by the end of this trial.
Mordak, you could have made these a little more challenging.
I think Mordak was tired, Manny. He's tired of our bullshit. Okay, a different puzzle this time. What'd you have? Okay, 5 cups this time. Some equation. Kings can be brave, compassionate, or wise, but there is only one path that leads to all 3. To find the one cup that is safe to drink, you must follow the path that begins on a triangle and ends on a 3. Begins on a triangle, ends in a 3. So it is a math problem. Oh boy, let's see. I begin with a 6. 6 minus 4 is 2. Plus 2. Okay, wait. 6 minus 4 is 2, plus 2... this one, I think I found it. I think I found the answer. Oh, but... that also leads to an answer. 6 minus 5 is 1, then 5 plus 2... 1 plus 2 is 3. 3. Let's check with this one, because I want to cross-reference. 8 minus 5 is, 3. That does not work. 8 minus 7 is 1. And 1 plus 1 is 2. Does not work. 12 minus 9 is 3. Also does not work. If you get 3 immediately, it's not gonna work because all these are pluses. 12 minus 7 is 5. Also does not work. Yeah, I think I already found my answer. It's this one.
One more to go. Think you can handle it?
I think I'm handling it fine. I guess I was afraid for nothing. Or maybe not. Let me guess, the last puzzle is the most challenging puzzle. Let's see. Oh, you summed up all of these. Crap, I don't remember the answer from the previous ones. Or not, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's irrelevant. A good king looks towards the future, but is always conscious of what he's leaving behind. I don't remember how much I drank overall. I mean, there was 1 cup we drank in the beginning. Hold on a sec. I can do something. Okay. Let me guess. So, how many trials did we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we've had 5 trials overall. Oh! Or could it be that kind of number game? So far we've all been having 3s over here. 1, 2... Let's see. This one had 15. So, okay, so let me just walk through again. So over here we drank... Okay, so let's write it down. So trial 1, we had 1 cup, number 3. Just in case if there's numbers, I'll be writing it down. Over here we had a night number 3, but we drank 1, 2, 3, 4 cups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So trial 2, 4 cups, also number 3. Over here we also had 4 cups. Trial 3. 4 cups, and there's like no specific number that we can look forward to, but there is a star though. Whatever, it's just a symbol. Also should look in the sequence of things we did, because the rhombus is 1. Now over here we had 15 cups. I remember that. So trial for 15 cups. And this trial was only 1 cup. Trial 5, 1 cup. Ironically enough, also we had the number 3. There's something, either Manny or Mordak is fixated on number 3. So let's see, overall we have 1, 4, 4, 15, 1. However, it does not match. I can do 1 here, but look, there's only 1 4. So numbers don't repeat themselves. A good king looks towards the future, but is always conscious of what he's leaving behind. Which is a problem. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Do I have to multiply numbers or something? If there's like... No, it might not help. Or it might, I'm not sure. Yeah, no, never mind, it won't. So we had 1 cup, 15, 4, 4, and again 1. Do I just sum them up or something? Let me check. 21 should be an answer if you sum up all the number of cups we've just drank. But I don't think it's a number over here. Yeah, it is 21, but... I see 22, but... Yeah, not here. Looks towards the future, but is always conscious of what he... I'm gonna have to think on this actually, because I don't think I'm understanding this. Unless... Hey Mordag, do you want to chat?
I have my own dreams to pursue.
Yeah, never mind. Let me just verify this again. Yeah, all symbols are here. Oh! I may have realized maybe. What if it's relevant to the rows we see of cups? Over here we had 4 by 4, but we also had a certain number. Oh, maybe that's what this is. Hold on. So we have 4 cups, but we drank 1. So what we're leaving behind is 3 over here. Is that what it is? How many cups we left behind? 1, 2, 3. Wait. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, is it 4? Yeah, it is 4. And 4 by 4 is 16, minus 4, 12. So this should be 12, I think. Ah, but the 12 was over here. Ah. I know. Wait. It does repeat. Oh. But certain numbers repeat, not all. Well, I guess we can definitely have 12. 3. Let's see. This one was also 4 by 4. And we also left behind... That's why there's 2 12s, because this is also 4 by 4, and we also had to drink 4 cups for this one. So there's obviously going to be another 12. Oh, okay. So I guess the rows and columns don't matter, they're randomized. This one was 5 by 5 squares, so it's 25. 25 minus 15, that's going to be 10. So we have a 10 over here. Just to double check, there's not another 10. Over here we left behind 4 cups. Okay, so I think we solved this, because there's only one number that repeats, and that is number 12. None of them ever repeat. Interestingly enough, I think that's the answer. So it should be... this.
The duel was at a standstill. Neither competitor could prove they were smarter than the other.
I was afraid of this, friend. Although you started out as a lanky bumbleward, over the years my trials have conditioned your wits to equal mine. No matter. I have a backup plan. This flame enchantment will ensure neither of us can leave until the other has perished. How about instead of wits, we engage in a lethal game of chance?
Grandpa had no choice but to play the game. He was trapped and his kingdom was on the line.
I won this set of goblets from a game of wits with Lord Sarwyn. One of them holds an irreversible eradicating elixir. A powerful magic that will slowly destroy whatever it touches from the inside out. There are no special markings or any way to puzzle out which is the poisoned vessel. If there was, I would have slipped it into the batter of your breakfast years ago. But what fun would that have been? We'll each take turns choosing a goblet to drink from until they're all gone, and the better man wins. You'll drink first.
Grandpa was at a loss. For the first time in his life, the 4 E's of puzzle solving could not inform his decision. There was no logic to puzzle out. No clues or hints. Just a simple choice of life or death.
And of course it's random, I guess.
Leave that alone. It's just a decorative prop.
It's not. It obviously means something. I'll take the right one, I guess, since it's randomized.
Well, I guess you won. Bested me. Good show, old friend. Guess I'll ingest this and call it a night. But you know I don't play fair. And you've just revealed where the elixir is hiding. You played right into my trap, just like that foolish archer.
Hey, don't speak bad about a Chaka. Oh no.
Yep. Grandpa's life was spared and our whole family moved to Tanalor. The end.
No, Gwendolyn.
What?
It couldn't have ended like that. You know, if I chose that cup, it would have destroyed the very castle you are standing in. There was only one solution.
He was out of options. Grandpa looked around at the kingdom he created and realized there was only one choice. Grandpa knew the eradicating elixir would slowly destroy him from the inside, but Daventry would live on. That day, Manny was outsmarted in a way he never imagined possible. In a way he could not comprehend.
Huh. Nice move. I'll accept that. But let's see if I can help speed up the effects of that potion.
Oh no.
You pushed a thinking man to brute force. I hope you're happy.
You've already won. There's no need to torture him.
It was at that moment, while his body was being jerked through the air, that Mordak was reminded of his first encounter with Grandpa.
Yeah, when he was being bullied and we saved him. Or rather, Graham saved him by pretending to be a dragon.
Those memories stirred up something fierce inside Mordak. Manny didn't save him from a life of goblin abuse. Grandpa did. And it was time he repaid the favor.
Leave him be. I won't ask you again.
I guess it's time I held your tongue.
He's turning. And he's gone. But poor Graham, that was a really rough tumble. Like, Manny was merciless.
Manny's enchantments over the castle were broken, and he was never heard from again. Daventry continues to thrive and prosper, thanks to the sacrifices made by King Graham, the greatest grandpa to have ever lived. Is he still...
Oh, yes. He heard every word.
Thank you, Gwendolyn. The hat suits you well.
It was beautiful. You kids have always brought so much joy to your grandfather.
All of his children have.
All right, kiddos, it's bedtime. Say goodnight to Grandpa and I'll tuck you in.
Good night, Grandpa. I love you.
I love you too, God. And I am proud of you.
Thank you. That means a lot.
I just want to say you're the best grandpa and my favorite person in the world. I love you. And I'm so sorry you didn't get your last adventure.
Sweetheart, there is nothing to be sorry about. I now know that all of my adventures will live on forever inside of you. As long as you keep telling my stories, they will never die.
Thanks for sharing them with me, Grandpa. I love you.
I love you too, dear. Go get some rest. Wake me in the morning, and we can make some pancakes.
Grandpa.
And now we play as Gwendolyn. And I think that meant that Graham has, well, passed away. Because Achaka essentially is... Well, I felt like Achaka said that your final destination has come. Or something like that, essentially. It's pretty damn sad. Okay, so there's nothing in Gwendolyn's room, so I guess only one way to go is forward. Out of the room. Although I kind of wish you would run, actually. I wonder, can I interact with... Yeah, I can. Oh, those are some of my choices, I think. That's what these are. Interesting. Yeah, I show Sophie. Yeah, Big Ophiu is here. What's this one about? I'm not sure what this one is about. Why is only the daughter in there? But okay. Ah, there's our both siblings. The daughter and the son. King Graham the Compassionate. That's a really cool portrait, by the way. Whoever drew these, they were really cool. And Graham's choice with of the princess. So it mostly showed the most major choices. Pretty much it, really. And now, there's only one door at the end of the hall. It's really empty now that he's, well, passed away. Yeah, I see the Starshroom buy that that Graham received. I wondered what it would have been if you went with the other paths. There's a note on the bed.
My sweetheart Gwendolyn, when you read this letter, you'll already know about the crown I have left for you and why. Please don't worry about me. I lived a long, fulfilling life, and I wouldn't change one decision. I've led this kingdom with all the compassion in my heart, and I've seen that same love in your eyes. but I would never force upon you rules and addenda to protect my legacy. You must make your own decisions. I only share my stories in the hope that they would help you down whichever path you choose for Daventry. Go forth and be Queen Gwendolyn the Compassionate, or the Patient, or the Dragon Slayer. Just know that I will always be watching over you and kissing your forehead from the stars above.
There's something else over here too. Ah, it's the same. The addendums. So I guess he really wanted Gwendolyn, or maybe thought of giving her the choice of becoming a king? I mean a queen? Oh. So I guess Gwendolyn made her choice. For Roberta, Ken, John, and our beloved elders, the good night. And pretty much, yeah, all the credits. And this is the end of the game, guys. It actually went slightly faster than I thought. The puzzles actually ended up being not quite as hard as I thought they were. I guess I got anxious over nothing, but overall, it was a really good game. It's a good adventure game, but it's also a different type of adventure game than what I guess traditionally I'm used to, or what I see. Because puzzle-wise, I guess the most of the heaviest puzzles were really in Chapter 3, and the rest of the chapters were kind of, oh sorry, not 3, Chapter 2, Chapter 2. And the rest of them were actually fairly, I guess, easy enough, in that sense. If you explore stuff and then walk around and do stuff, then you'll figure it out how to solve the puzzles eventually. But it was a bit more difficult with the Chapter 2 because you really had to rack your brain for the clues. And for me, I kind of looked over the information a bit beforehand. Because I was very curious how to save everyone. But I guess that's not possible because Mr. Fancy Cakes is the one who dies. Well, not dies, but, you know, he ends up in the emergency recovery room. Or something like that. But anyway, so overall, this is a really nice game, and even though it wasn't really, like, the most traditional adventure game out there with heavy puzzles, like, it was still a really good story, a really enjoyable story as well. And I feel like a lot of characters were such a treat as well. They complemented everything in this world. I don't really know how it was in the original King's Quest though, so I cannot really tell how accurate this one is in comparison to the older games. If it's actually, I don't know, if it actually still embodies the same spirit as the original games. I do want to play at some point, it's just that for some of the older games, my god, the graphics really hurt my eyes because the colors were way too vibrant back in the day. So unless I somehow, like, darken my monitor or something like that, then I might be able to play them eventually, but still, let me know if it's actually, you know, accurate to the characters in the world from the original games. I'm not sure if puzzle-wise it is accurate, because I feel like the retro games of that time, I feel like they were far more heavier on puzzles and exploration and observation than they are in this one. This one is a bit more modernized, I guess. And I noticed that a lot of modern games, they kind of sort of like, I guess they kind of become a bit more casual. But unlike other games, however, this one really has great storytelling and really enjoyable stories too, because like one of the storytelling aspects that I really liked, actually, or rather not that I really liked, but that was cleverly done, was actually in what was it, chapter 4, when Graham was trying to reconnect with Alexander, and what basically the game developers did is that they used the puzzle mechanics to also help you illustrate the relationship and the tensions between Graham and Alexander, because they don't know each other. They literally just met when Alexander is already an adult with different tastes, with different personality than what Graham has envisioned him to be. And I felt like they used the puzzle solving and the gameplay mechanics to really show all of that and how the relationship evolved as well. Because the nature of how some of the puzzles towards the end of that chapter were being solved, they also changed because Graham and Alexander have found something that they can connect with, I guess on a more emotional level. And, well, a bit more psychological level, because Graham understands that Alexander is, well, he knows how to wield magic, he is who he is, but Alexander also understood that, you know, maybe I should also, I guess, partake in our family tradition and see what my father is like and what he likes as well. I don't know, but it was such a nice sort of like, at first was the new generation versus the old, and then they sort of like try to work with each other towards the end. But that's one way I thought that the gameplay was kind of clever. With Manny, though, I feel like the end chapter was maybe a bit reaching, though, with all these puzzles and stuff like that. It kind of, maybe because the game was rushed at the end of the development. I don't really know, because I only know that this game came out episodically, and I know that for some games like Dreamfall Chapters, I feel like maybe that wasn't the best choice, where, at least for that game, the chapters kind of like, it was good at first, the story in there, and then for me personally at least, it fell apart as the chapters kept going and going, and I felt like it was more becoming closer to maybe like catering to the popular opinion more than following through with the original story, or looking back at the older games and adding on to what was already established in the older games. I don't know, but like in this game they don't exactly have that, but it's mostly the gameplay aspect of this last chapter that that I guess I wasn't maybe quite as enjoying as the rest of the chapters. But I do love the storytelling, and it was also the saddest chapter. I mean, I know that I was saying that, like, at least when we reached the well, how Graham got killed by a bed, and I'm like, oh, no pun there, but I mean, I know that it's a serious moment, so I wasn't expecting much to begin with, because that's not the point of the chapter. That's not the point of the story that we're telling, or rather that that is being told in that chapter, and what's going on. But yeah, so overall, great characters, great voice acting too. My gosh, but I feel like, I'm not sure, but maybe the voice actors, maybe they enjoyed actually playing out all these different personalities. I don't know, but they sounded really like they would really fit in with the world, and I don't know, but it's just like they're so lovable too. They made the characters really shine, and they make you really like the characters and how complex they are. Even Manny, even though he's not even though he's basically a villain of the story, but even he had such a nice voice acting, and it was so well done too that you could hear, like, at least in the first chapter, you would kind of like think that maybe he's a villain, but maybe he's just being, I don't know, like, it's like sort of like maybe sarcastic / dry humor of sorts, or maybe he's pretending or not, but you could never tell with him if he's being honest or not, basically, in the first chapter. And with the rest of them, like, it really evolved into, well, I guess the sort of like twisting. Like, he basically, like, the voice actor really conveyed how twisted he became with each chapter, and how little value he was, well, at least he showed that he saw in essentially lives of other people, and also of his own race too, essentially, because he used them for his, well, for whatever he wanted to do in chapter 2. I'm not even sure what was the point, apart from kidnapping the humans. Maybe to give them a lesson in a very roundabout way. But he really, like, went out of his way to use them and manipulate them, which also goes to show how he really values, or how little he values, lives. And he was essentially a pretty selfish person. And also a very complex character, because as much as he tried to prove that, oh, goblins are smart and stuff like that, he was very contradictory in a sense that if that is your goal, then why did you turn yourself into a human? If you're trying to prove that goblins can be smart, no one will know your backstory. I mean, you're gonna be explaining it to every single challenger that you meet or something? I don't know, but basically, I feel like maybe what was happening in reality is that maybe he felt, in a sense, inferior, or like there hasn't been any justice. And maybe that was actually what happened in his early life, which is unfortunate that it did happen this way. But that does not excuse his other actions that went afterwards, you know? It does not excuse him at all. So I felt like it more evolved into his own psychological complexes and inadequacies in that sense. But apart from that, you know, characters like him, like Whisper, Acorn, you know, our favorite alchemists and bakers, and also even our smith lady, they were so well done. They really fit in with the world that they at least established in this game. Again, don't know about the previous game series, so if you do, please let me know. I'm actually very curious about your opinion in that regard. But it's all these things that help you to, I feel like, really get invested into the story and also keep watching. Even some side characters like Gwendolyn and Guard, and how they had, at least appeared, they had a friendly but also competitive and at some points, at least in chapter 4, problems in their relationship. But even their story was actually pretty interesting as well. And I really like the fact that this game encompasses the main theme. There's multiple themes in reality, but one of them was regarding family, the value of family, and the fact that also your legacy lives on through your family and through through the stories that you tell them, and if they remember you, that is. If your children retell your own story to your grandchildren and it gets passed on. And I really like that aspect because I also see it in some other cultures, which I guess in some sense I also can connect with, because in Russian culture, we always remember our dead either on the day that they die, but also sometimes we can also remember them on a very specific day. And each culture also has their own different traditions of how you remember them, but it's in a way it feels very similar, where you remember all your ancestors, all your legacy, and what they have done and who they were as people, even if you don't know them, but you hear the stories from your mother, from your grandmother, and it feels like you have the strong connection to, like, your family, your roots, who you are, your culture. And also the fact that, also, like, you feel the love from them, from your parents as well. I don't know, but it's like, it was a really touching, very touching message and theme. And also you can see it in Graham, because he was, at least in his older days, he was really trying to seek adventure, but I guess only closer to death did he realize that, you know, that his loved ones are far more important than any other adventures that he went to, and that his adventures will live on because he told them the tales he retold them, even though they may not be accurate, however, because obviously with old age you might forget details. Even not with old age, I mean, can you retell one of your stories very accurately that happened maybe a year or more ago? Personally, I don't always remember the tiniest details. I remember the generalization of what happened, but, like, I wouldn't be able to remember the exact words that someone ever told me, unless it was like a message that changed my life forever or something like that. Then most likely I'll forget them and stuff like that. But still, he told really good stories, and the game, that's also another thing that the game points out, is that what makes a good story? Is it an accurate story, a factual story, or is it a story that, I guess in his case, gets the generalization of the main idea of the main events that happened? I'm not sure. It's very complex, because on one hand, you don't want to necessarily lie, and unfortunately you can kind of see that a lot of the times when people retell some of the stories, or they, how to say this, what's the word? I think it's called embellish. They embellish the truth, or rather they kind of like make the truth seem something more than what it is. But I also think that, you know, you should probably like stick towards the facts, but also it also depends on how you tell the story exactly, in what manner you do it. And that's what I kind of saw with chapter 5 especially, is because there were parts where Graham was fixated on communicating details to Gwendolyn that were not relevant to the story. Maybe I think that's probably closest to what I was thinking of regarding the storytelling theme, is that which facts or which aspects should you keep in it, and which ones, you know, are fluff, essentially, excess fluff. I'm probably not using the right words for expressing this, but you get the main gist of what I'm trying to say. And I guess in his case, he just had to let it go and just tell the story in his own, at his own pace, at his own flow, based on what he remembers and what he recollects. And, you know, and I think that's probably also one of the main important thing, is that, you know, don't try to, at least, I guess that was more towards maybe like the writers and the creators generally. It was a message maybe for them regarding storytelling, and it's the fact that, you know, don't try to jam-pack it with facts and a bunch of things that aren't relevant. You know, try to just let it flow naturally, you know. Don't be so fixated on it. Let it flow naturally, and then maybe, you know, you can add on corrections or edits or something like that. I don't know, but it was a really nice, a really cool message too. And I guess that's kind of like brings another point to what I wanted to make, is that each chapter embodies, it embodies the main theme of family and storytelling, but it also embodies each individual key themes that are very specific to the chapter and stuff like that. With chapter 1, it was like, I'm trying to remember because it's been a while, but it was essentially Graham's ascension to becoming a knight, and, well, I guess from there to chapter 2 into being a king. And in chapter 1, it was overcoming challenges to the path that he wanted to take, and overcoming difficult tasks that he had. And then in chapter 2 it was more like overcoming the challenge of having other people's expectations on his shoulders, and the burden of the kingdom, and the fact that if he makes the wrong choice, you know, people's lives are at stake. And also the fact that I'm not sure how to call it. I wouldn't say that he received the stigma of like, oh, you're not like King Edward, blah, 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 blah. You know, they kept comparing him to someone else. But it's also overcoming that aspect and finding out that you're your own person, you do what you think is for the best. What everyone else thinks, you know, just let them deal with it, essentially. And it keeps evolving like that from chapter to chapter. And like, for example, with chapter 3, it was more about Graham seeking his own happiness, or rather his love life. But the problem is that I think he was trying to forcefully find it, which is why the two princesses, they rejected him immediately. You know, he didn't try to figure out who they are as people at first. You know, she was just jumping the guns of, oh, I'll save the princess and, you know, she'll marry me, yabbity yabbity ya. And, you know, realistically, it's like, who are you? Why should I marry you? I don't even know you. That's kind of creepy, man. Or something, you know. And it was also that sort of aspect where he had to, you know, figure out on his own, you know, who is the right person, but also to build the relationship with that person first before jumping into, you know, romance, essentially, dating and stuff like that. And with, you know, chapter 4, as I mentioned before, was relationship between him and his son, old generation versus young generation, but also what makes a good adventure game, because there were some hints about that as well. And, well, with chapter 5, it's, you know, what you value in life, the importance of, you know, your family, but also what makes a good story. At least it was more emphasized in chapter 5 than in the other chapters. But you see some hints here and there and stuff like that. But I think that's probably it for the game. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to say. So I really hope you enjoyed this game. I really hope you give it also give it your own try. Maybe you'll notice things that I have not noticed. Experience something that might be different, considering that, you know, you could pick a different path with not being compassionate, but instead being more witty and other things as well. But instead I went with compassionate because I felt like maybe it was the right path to pick. At least I liked it more. Because I feel like maybe that's what the people were lacking in Daventry. You know, because I kind of felt like everyone was treating Graham, before he became a king, they were treating him like nobody, like a fly, essentially, a weakling. And only through the trials and by expressing compassion did, for example, Whisper and Acorn begin to respect him and value him and stuff like that. But anyway, so let me know which path you picked and what you observed, what your thoughts about this game overall. You know, what was like your opinion of this game and the game design? Because in my opinion it was pretty cool, but I'm not sure how it was closer to the originals, because we've seen the retro game, the snippet of the very retro version and the version that was still retro, but a little more closer to other adventure games that I know of, like Unavowed for one, Shardlight, Technobabylon is another one, you know, with the pixel style and the portrait style and everything. It was close to that. But as its own standalone game, if you don't take account the King's Quest universe as a whole, it's a really good game. You don't even have to know the other King's Quest series to enjoy it as well. Which is also something that I found really nice. because it's really hard to do it. And if it does stay true to the other games, even more plus to the developers in that regard, because they did their research, they observed, they analyzed, and they understood what the previous games probably stood for. If that is true, anyway. But if you know if it is, please let me know. I'm very curious about that. And yeah, so I'll see you in any other Let's Plays. Bye bye!